The greatest mass extinction in Earth's history has finally passed. Across the recovering landscapes of the Late Triassic, silence blankets a world stripped of its former rulers. Yet beneath the morning mist, rivers continue to flow, sunlight returns, and the first signs of renewal quietly emerge. Life has not surrendered. It is preparing for a remarkable new beginning. The scars of catastrophe remain everywhere. Empty floodplains, shattered forests, and weathered stone tell the story of an ancient world brought to the edge of collapse. But nature is relentless. Every surviving organism carries the possibility of rebuilding an ecosystem that will eventually become stronger and more diverse than before. Slowly, green returns to the land. Ferns spread across the damp soil while towering conifers and ancient cycads reclaim the landscape. These resilient plants stabilize the recovering environment, creating the first foundations for a new web of life. Every fresh leaf signals that Earth's long recovery is gaining momentum. Water once again shapes the future of life. Vast wetlands stretch across the continent, providing food, shelter, and breeding grounds for countless survivors. In these quiet marshes, every pool and winding stream becomes a refuge where evolution can continue its patient work, hidden from the harsh world beyond. Many of the creatures that endured the extinction remain unseen. Small reptiles, amphibians, and ancient relatives of future dinosaurs move cautiously beneath dense vegetation, avoiding danger while searching for food. Though easily overlooked, these resilient survivors will help determine which lineages continue into the next chapter of Earth's history. With each passing season, activity increases across the recovering ecosystem. Insects buzz through the humid air, reptiles bask beneath the warming sun, and fresh vegetation spreads farther along riverbanks. The landscape no longer echoes with emptiness. It is becoming a living world once again, filled with growing opportunity. The disappearance of countless dominant species has left powerful ecological roles unclaimed. Across forests and floodplains, nature now offers opportunities unlike any before. Those able to adapt, move efficiently, and exploit changing environments will inherit these empty thrones, setting the stage for one of evolution's greatest success stories. The future does not begin with giants. It begins with small, agile animals whose speed, awareness, and adaptability allow them to thrive in uncertain conditions. Though modest in appearance, these pioneers carry evolutionary traits that will eventually reshape ecosystems across the planet for millions of years. As life continues to recover, a new ecological balance slowly emerges. Plants, insects, reptiles, and early vertebrates become increasingly connected through complex food webs. Each interaction strengthens the recovering environment, creating stability while opening countless new evolutionary possibilities for the generations ahead. A new age quietly begins beneath the rising sun. The recovering ecosystems of the Late Triassic are no longer defined by extinction, but by opportunity. Hidden among these thriving landscapes are the ancestors of creatures that will soon transform Earth forever. Their extraordinary journey is only just beginning. Across the recovering continents, forests have returned in remarkable abundance. Towering conifers, giant tree ferns, and dense cycads reshape the landscape into thriving habitats filled with new opportunities. These ancient woodlands will become the cradle where countless species, including the earliest dinosaurs, begin their extraordinary evolutionary journey. Life flourishes where water gathers. Expansive wetlands provide rich feeding grounds, safe nesting sites, and shelter from the harsher conditions beyond the forest. Every quiet pool and winding channel supports an intricate community of plants and animals, revealing how healthy ecosystems are rebuilt one habitat at a time. Not every survivor feeds on leaves. Concealed within dense vegetation, agile predators patiently observe the movements of smaller prey. Their sharpened senses, cautious behavior, and efficient hunting strategies reflect an evolutionary arms race already unfolding long before dinosaurs came to dominate the Earth. The recovering forest is alive at every level. While activity fills the ground below, the towering canopy shelters insects, reptiles, and countless other small creatures adapted to life among branches and sunlight. Together, these layered habitats create a complex ecosystem unlike anything seen since the Great Extinction. Among the many reptiles of the Late Triassic, a remarkable new lineage quietly appears. Small, lightly built, and highly efficient, the earliest true dinosaurs possess anatomical advantages that set them apart from their competitors. Though few would notice them now, their descendants will one day inherit the planet. Unlike many of their heavier rivals, these early dinosaurs rely on agility rather than strength. Long hind limbs, balanced bodies, and efficient movement allow them to travel quickly through forests and floodplains, chasing food while escaping larger predators. Speed becomes one of evolution's most valuable survival tools. The Late Triassic is a world without certainty. Dinosaurs share their environment with crocodile relatives, giant amphibians, and numerous reptilian competitors. Every meal, territory, and nesting site must be earned, driving natural selection to reward only the most adaptable and resilient survivors. The future of every species depends on its youngest generation. Juvenile dinosaurs face constant danger from predators in an unforgiving environment, yet each successful season strengthens their populations. Every hatchling that reaches adulthood carries forward traits refined through millions of years of evolution. Evolution never follows a single path. Across the recovering ecosystems, countless species explore different solutions to the same challenges of survival. Some lineages flourish, while many disappear forever. Among this vast natural experiment, the earliest dinosaurs slowly begin proving themselves remarkably successful. As ecosystems stabilize and new evolutionary strategies emerge, the foundations of an entirely new era are finally in place. The Age of Dinosaurs has not yet fully arrived, but its first chapter has already begun. From these humble origins, a lineage will rise to shape Earth's history for the next 165 million years. The first dinosaurs remained small, but they now share their world with towering reptiles many times their size. Crossing open floodplains demands constant vigilance, where every step could attract unwanted attention. Survival depends not on strength, but on intelligence, caution, and the ability to move unnoticed through a landscape ruled by giants. Quick reflexes become a powerful advantage. With long hind limbs and lightweight bodies, early dinosaurs weave effortlessly between dense vegetation, avoiding danger while searching for food. Their remarkable agility allows them to exploit habitats that slower, heavier competitors struggle to navigate. Sharp eyesight transforms the way these animals interact with their environment. Every movement among the ferns, every ripple across shallow water, and every distant shadow may reveal either prey or predator. In this unforgiving world, survival often belongs to the individual that notices danger first. A sudden burst of movement shatters the forest calm. One of the earliest dinosaur pursuits unfolds across muddy riverbanks as predator and prey race through ancient vegetation. Though brief, these moments drive the evolutionary improvements in speed, balance, and coordination that will define future dinosaur success. Living alone offers freedom, but cooperation provides security. Small groups increase the chances of detecting predators, locating food, and protecting younger members. These simple social behaviors hint at the increasingly complex interactions that many dinosaur lineages will later develop across millions of years. Threats emerge from every direction. Massive reptiles patrol river margins, hidden predators wait beneath dense foliage, and even open ground offers little protection. Constant danger shapes every decision, forcing early dinosaurs to remain alert as they navigate one of Earth's most competitive ecosystems. The late Triassic landscape is never truly constant. Seasonal rains swell rivers and flood forests before dry periods transform familiar habitats into harsher environments. Only species capable of adapting to these repeating cycles continue expanding their range across the recovering world. Experience becomes one of nature's greatest teachers. Young dinosaurs gradually learn where to find food, when to remain hidden, and how to recognize approaching danger. Each lesson increases their chances of reaching adulthood, allowing valuable survival instincts to pass from one generation to the next. Every successful hunt, narrow escape, and changing season influences the future of these remarkable animals. Tiny differences in speed, vision, endurance, or behavior accumulate across countless generations, steadily refining a lineage that is becoming increasingly capable of thriving in an ever-changing world. What began as a handful of adaptable survivors is slowly becoming an evolutionary success story. Across forests, wetlands, and river valleys, early dinosaurs continue expanding into new ecological roles. Their journey is only beginning, but the path toward global dominance has already been set in motion. As dinosaur populations slowly grow, unexplored territories become valuable opportunities. New river systems, open woodlands, and fertile floodplains offer fresh sources of food while reducing competition. Every successful expansion strengthens their ability to occupy habitats once controlled by older reptilian lineages. Ancient rivers shape far more than the landscape itself. They transport nutrients, sustain lush vegetation, and attract animals from every corner of the ecosystem. Along these waterways, predators and herbivores repeatedly cross paths, making each riverbank a stage where survival is constantly tested. Dense forests conceal countless unseen observers. Motionless beneath towering ferns, predators patiently monitor every movement, while smaller animals rely on caution to avoid detection. In this world, remaining unnoticed can be just as important as running fast when danger finally appears. Rather than dominating through sheer size, early dinosaurs succeed by adapting with remarkable efficiency. Flexible diets, agile movement, and rapid responses allow them to survive environmental changes that challenge many of their larger competitors. Adaptability becomes their greatest evolutionary advantage. The soft mud preserves silent evidence of daily life. Fresh footprints reveal migration routes, feeding behavior, and encounters between predator and prey. Though the animals themselves soon disappear into the forest, their tracks record a story that will remain buried within stone for over 200 million years. The recovering Triassic world functions as a vast natural laboratory. Every habitat presents new challenges, encouraging countless species to experiment with different strategies for feeding, reproduction, and survival. Among these ongoing evolutionary trials, dinosaurs continue proving unexpectedly successful. No ecosystem remains unchanged for long. Shifting climates, changing vegetation, and fierce competition continually reshape the environment, rewarding only those capable of adapting. These repeated challenges strengthen dinosaur populations while eliminating many less flexible rivals. Although still relatively small and uncommon, dinosaurs steadily expand their influence across the recovering continents. Each successful generation occupies new ecological niches, gradually establishing a foundation that future descendants will transform into one of Earth's greatest biological empires. Evolution offers no guarantees. Countless species compete for the same resources, yet only a few possess the traits needed to endure changing conditions. Through millions of years of natural selection, the strongest advantage is not power alone, but the ability to adapt faster than everyone else. The world that once struggled to recover from catastrophe has become vibrant once again. Flourishing forests, thriving wetlands, and increasingly diverse wildlife reveal a planet entering a new chapter of its history. Quietly, almost unnoticed, the earliest dinosaurs are preparing to inherit an Earth reborn. Survival is no longer the only goal. As ecosystems mature, early dinosaurs begin exploring new habitats and food sources, gradually expanding beyond the limits that once confined them. Each successful adaptation opens another path toward evolutionary success. Small dinosaur groups move quietly through forests and along riverbanks, following seasonal resources with remarkable efficiency. Their constant movement allows them to avoid exhausted feeding grounds while discovering fresh opportunities hidden across the recovering landscape. Ancient forests are threaded with invisible routes used by generations of animals. Following these familiar pathways reduces danger and conserves energy, allowing early dinosaurs to travel safely between feeding areas, nesting sites, and reliable water sources. Floodplains become some of the richest environments on Earth. Seasonal floods nourish fertile soils, encouraging dense vegetation that supports countless herbivores and their predators. Here, every changing season reshapes the balance of life. Predators rarely announce their presence. Every rustling fern, distant call, or shifting shadow demands immediate attention. For the earliest dinosaurs, survival depends on remaining alert long before danger becomes visible. Rather than relying on brute force, these small reptiles survive through endurance. Efficient movement, rapid recovery, and careful energy conservation allow them to travel farther and exploit habitats beyond the reach of many competitors. Some evolutionary advantages are almost invisible. Better balance, quicker reactions, and improved coordination may appear insignificant. Yet across countless generations, these subtle traits steadily separate successful species from those destined to disappear. No 2 days unfold exactly alike. Changing weather, shifting rivers, and migrating wildlife continually reshape the environment, forcing every species to respond. Flexibility becomes one of the greatest strengths in the Late Triassic world. Each nesting season introduces another generation into an increasingly competitive world. From their very first days, young dinosaurs inherit instincts refined through millions of years, giving them a better chance of surviving than those before them. As populations slowly increase, dinosaurs begin appearing more frequently across the landscape. Though still far from dominant, their growing numbers reflect an evolutionary strategy that is steadily proving more successful with every passing generation. Small populations continue spreading into regions left vacant after the Great Extinction. Every successful expansion strengthens their resilience, allowing them to occupy habitats where competition remains relatively low. Body posture, tail position, and subtle movements communicate valuable information between individuals. Without voices or complex signals, these silent behaviors help maintain awareness and reduce unnecessary risks within small groups. Dinosaurs do not rule this world alone. Crocodile-line archosaurs, giant amphibians, and numerous reptilian competitors remain powerful forces, each fighting for the same limited resources across the recovering ecosystems. Curiosity drives exploration. Young individuals venture into unfamiliar territory, discovering fresh feeding grounds while learning where danger is greatest. Every successful journey broadens the range their species can safely occupy. Every ecosystem depends upon balance. Successful predators regulate prey populations, while alert prey continually challenge hunters to become faster and more efficient. This endless interaction fuels the engine of evolution. Nature remembers only success. Every failed strategy disappears with the animals unable to adapt, while successful traits continue through future generations, gradually shaping stronger and more capable descendants. From dense conifer woodlands to open fern-covered clearings, early dinosaurs exploit an impressive variety of environments. Their versatility allows them to flourish where many specialized competitors struggle to survive. Their size may seem modest, yet their evolutionary potential is extraordinary. Efficient bodies, adaptable behavior, and rapid reproduction quietly position these animals for a future no other reptilian lineage can yet foresee. Day follows night, seasons return, and life continues adapting to repeating natural cycles. Through countless generations, these predictable rhythms provide the stability needed for evolutionary change to unfold. Although still overshadowed by larger reptiles, dinosaurs are steadily improving their place within the ecosystem. Their gradual rise reflects millions of small successes rather than a single dramatic transformation. Every ecological opening becomes an invitation. Whether abandoned feeding grounds or newly formed habitats, early dinosaurs quickly exploit opportunities that slower competitors fail to recognize. Ancient animals constantly interpret subtle environmental clues. Changes in vegetation, water levels, and animal activity reveal where food is abundant and where danger may soon emerge. The recovery of Earth demonstrates one of evolution's greatest truths. Even after unimaginable catastrophe, life repeatedly discovers new paths forward. Each surviving lineage contributes another chapter to this remarkable story. Natural selection works patiently across immense spans of time. Small improvements in anatomy, metabolism, and behavior accumulate generation after generation, gradually producing animals better suited to an ever-changing world. The forests belong to no single species. Herbivores, predators, scavengers, and countless smaller animals share the same habitats, each influencing the survival and evolution of every other creature around them. Instinct guides countless daily decisions. Knowing when to feed, hide, migrate, or flee often determines whether an individual survives long enough to reproduce and pass its successful traits to the future. Even in moments of apparent calm, evolution continues. Every birth, every hunt, and every changing season quietly reshapes the balance of life across the late Triassic landscape. No observer could yet predict the future. These small dinosaurs remain only one lineage among many. Yet the qualities they possess are steadily preparing them for an extraordinary rise in the ages to come. The foundations of dinosaur dominance are being laid long before the giants appear. Adaptability, resilience, and efficient survival strategies become the seeds from which one of Earth's greatest evolutionary empires will eventually grow. The first act of the dinosaur story is nearly complete. A recovering world has given rise to a remarkable new life, and evolution is gathering momentum. Ahead lies an age of increasing diversity, fierce competition, and the beginning of one of the longest reigns in Earth's history. The late Triassic continues to transform. Forests expand, river systems shift, and new habitats emerge across the continents. For the earliest dinosaurs, every environmental change presents both fresh opportunities and new challenges, rewarding those able to adapt faster than their rivals. Beyond familiar territories lie unexplored landscapes rich with resources. Small dinosaur groups cautiously venture into these regions, discovering feeding grounds untouched by competition. Each successful expansion strengthens their growing presence across the recovering world. Beneath towering conifers, sunlight barely reaches the forest floor. Hidden among the ferns, predators and prey move with equal caution, relying on silence and patience. In these ancient woodlands, survival often depends on remaining unseen. The earliest dinosaurs possess no overwhelming advantage in strength or size. Instead, their success is built upon efficient movement, flexible behavior, and remarkable endurance, qualities that will become increasingly valuable as the world continues to change. Evolution rewards even the smallest improvements. A slightly longer stride, sharper vision, or quicker reaction can determine whether an individual escapes danger or falls victim to it. Across millions of years, these tiny advantages shape entire lineages. Ancient rivers sustain every corner of the ecosystem. Their waters nourish forests, replenish wetlands, and attract an extraordinary diversity of wildlife. Around these life-giving waterways, countless evolutionary stories unfold every single day. Although many dinosaurs live independently, temporary cooperation offers valuable protection. Shared vigilance increases the chances of detecting predators, while group movement reduces individual risk. Even simple social behavior can become an important evolutionary advantage. No habitat remains unchanged forever. Floods reshape riverbanks, storms alter forests, and shifting climates redefine entire ecosystems. Those capable of responding quickly continue thriving, while less adaptable species gradually fade from history. Each footprint pressed into soft mud records a fleeting moment in time. Millions of years later, these ancient tracks will become remarkable evidence of how the earliest dinosaurs moved, hunted, and explored their changing world. Predators, herbivores, scavengers, and countless smaller creatures remain tightly connected. Every successful hunt and every narrow escape contributes to the delicate ecological balance that allows life to flourish across the recovering Late Triassic landscape. The expanding world offers limitless possibilities. As dinosaur populations spread into new environments, they encounter unfamiliar challenges that continue refining their bodies, behaviors, and survival strategies through natural selection. Nature constantly experiments with new forms of life. Some adaptations fail almost immediately, while others prove so effective that they persist for millions of years. Among these countless experiments, dinosaurs steadily demonstrate exceptional evolutionary potential. Every movement is guided by instincts shaped through generations of survival. Knowing when to forage, hide, migrate, or flee enables these animals to navigate an unpredictable world where hesitation can be fatal. Ecological success often belongs to those able to recognize opportunities others overlook. Small dinosaurs exploit neglected food sources, sheltered habitats, and changing environments, quietly expanding while many larger competitors remain specialized. As ecosystems mature, relationships between species become increasingly stable. Plants, insects, reptiles, and early dinosaurs form interconnected communities that support one another while maintaining the delicate balance essential for long-term survival. Evolution rarely advances through sudden change. Instead, countless generations gradually refine successful traits while eliminating less effective ones. Patience, rather than speed, becomes nature's greatest archetype. Young dinosaurs inherit more than physical traits. Instinctive behaviors, efficient movement, and survival strategies accumulated through millions of years now prepare each new generation for an increasingly competitive world. Adaptability continues to separate dinosaurs from many of their rivals. Their ability to exploit changing habitats, diverse food sources, and shifting climates steadily strengthens their position within the recovering ecosystems. The Late Triassic remains an unforgiving world where every season tests the limits of survival. Only those possessing the most effective combinations of anatomy, behavior, and resilience continue contributing to the future of their species. No dramatic conquest announces their arrival. Instead, dinosaurs expand slowly, generation after generation, until their growing influence becomes impossible to ignore. Their rise is built upon persistence rather than sudden dominance. Every surviving lineage follows its own evolutionary path. Some become highly specialized, while others remain flexible enough to adapt repeatedly as environments continue changing. This flexibility becomes one of the dinosaur's greatest strengths. Although Earth's continents remain joined as Pangaea, climates and landscapes vary enormously. From humid forests to open floodplains, dinosaurs gradually establish themselves across an ever-expanding range of environments. Life in the Late Triassic rewards endurance more often than raw power. Animals capable of surviving droughts, seasonal change, and constant competition steadily outlast those dependent upon narrow ecological conditions. The world continues evolving, and so do its inhabitants. Every successful generation carries forward improvements that prepare future descendants for challenges still far beyond the horizon. As older reptilian groups decline in certain regions, dinosaurs begin occupying ecological roles once unavailable to them. These expanding opportunities accelerate their diversification across the recovering world. Long before becoming giants, dinosaurs established the biological foundation of their future success. Efficient anatomy, adaptable behavior, and reproductive resilience provide advantages that will shape the next 165 million years of Earth's history. Even during moments of apparent stability, natural selection remains active. Every birth, migration, competition, and changing season quietly influences the direction of evolution, preparing life for challenges yet to come. The recovery that began after Earth's greatest extinction has now produced thriving ecosystems once again. Within these flourishing landscapes, dinosaurs continue expanding their influence, setting the stage for an entirely new chapter in planetary history. The Age of Dinosaurs has not fully arrived, but its foundations are unmistakable. Across forests, rivers, and wetlands, the earliest representatives of this remarkable lineage continue proving themselves among Earth's most adaptable survivors. What began as a fragile recovery has become the opening chapter of an extraordinary evolutionary story. The first dinosaurs have survived, adapted, and expanded across a changing world. Ahead lies an age of giants, unprecedented diversity, and one of the longest and most successful reigns in the history of life on Earth. The earliest dinosaurs remain modest in size, yet their influence is growing with every generation. Their adaptability, endurance, and efficient way of life have already set them apart from many of their contemporaries. Quietly, they are laying the foundations for one of the most remarkable evolutionary legacies in Earth's history. Evolution constantly reshapes the balance of power. Lineages once dominant continue to decline, while others seize opportunities created by an ever-changing world. Among these rising survivors, dinosaurs steadily increase their presence across forests, wetlands, and ancient floodplains. Every species contributes to rebuilding the recovering ecosystems. Herbivores shape vegetation, predators regulate populations, and scavengers recycle valuable nutrients. Together, these interactions create increasingly stable environments where dinosaurs continue refining the adaptations that will define their future. No great transformation happens overnight. Across countless generations, small evolutionary changes accumulate into extraordinary achievements. Each successful adaptation becomes another step in a journey that will eventually carry dinosaurs to nearly every corner of the planet. The greatest advantage possessed by early dinosaurs is not overwhelming strength, but extraordinary flexibility. They thrive in changing climates, exploit diverse food sources, and respond quickly to new environmental pressures. Adaptability becomes the key to their continuing success. The scars of the ancient extinction are now fading into history. Lush forests, winding rivers, and thriving wetlands cover landscapes that were once devastated. The recovery of life demonstrates the remarkable resilience of nature, even after the greatest catastrophe the planet has ever known. Young dinosaurs inherit a world filled with opportunity. Their instincts, anatomy, and behavior reflect millions of years of gradual refinement, preparing them to survive in environments where previous generations once struggled. Evolution continues through every new life that emerges. The Late Triassic remains a world of experimentation. Every habitat encourages new behaviors, new adaptations, and new ecological relationships. While countless evolutionary paths will eventually disappear, a few will lead to extraordinary success beyond anything this world has yet witnessed. The enormous dinosaurs of the Jurassic do not yet exist. For now, their distant ancestors remain small, swift, and easily overlooked. Yet within these humble pioneers already lie the biological foundations that will someday produce some of the largest animals ever to walk the Earth. Nothing in nature remains truly still. Rivers shift, forests expand, climates fluctuate, and species continually adapt to changing conditions. This constant movement drives evolution forward, allowing dinosaurs to steadily improve their ability to survive within an increasingly complex world. As their confidence grows, dinosaurs continue exploring new habitats across the vast supercontinent of Pangaea. Every successful expansion broadens their ecological influence, preparing future generations to thrive across an astonishing diversity of environments. The rise of dinosaurs is not marked by sudden conquest, but by countless small successes repeated over millions of years. Quietly and almost unnoticed, they are transforming the balance of life while many older reptilian groups slowly fade into the past. Evolution has prepared these animals for challenges still far beyond the horizon. Efficient locomotion, adaptable behavior, and resilient physiology provide the foundation upon which future dinosaur diversity will flourish throughout the Mesozoic era. Across forests alive with ancient plants and wetlands rich in wildlife, opportunity exists wherever life can adapt. Every successful generation strengthens the position of dinosaurs within these recovering ecosystems, bringing them closer to their extraordinary future. Natural selection continues its relentless work. Some species vanish forever, while others acquire the traits needed to persist. Dinosaurs repeatedly demonstrate that versatility, endurance, and efficient adaptation are among the most valuable qualities life can possess. Although true dominance still lies far ahead, the earliest foundations of the dinosaur kingdoms have already been established. Their influence grows steadily with every generation, preparing the way for an era unlike any that has come before. The story of dinosaurs is only beginning. Beyond these recovering landscapes lie dramatic evolutionary changes, fierce competition, and extraordinary diversification that will reshape Earth's ecosystems for millions of years to come. The history of life is one of continual renewal. Every ending creates opportunities for new beginnings, and every extinction opens pathways for unexpected survivors. The rise of dinosaurs stands as one of the greatest examples of nature's remarkable capacity to recover and evolve. From these small and agile ancestors will eventually emerge colossal herbivores, formidable predators, and countless extraordinary species. Their future achievements begin here, within the quiet forests and wetlands of the Late Triassic, where evolution first set their destiny in motion. The world has recovered, ecosystems flourish once more, and a remarkable new lineage is ready to shape the future. The dawn of dinosaurs is more than the rise of a single group. It marks the beginning of one of the longest and most influential chapters in the history of life on Earth. Their journey has only just begun.